Hi, welcome. This is Dr. John DeMartini. This is one of the most amazing and inspiring shows that you can listen into. If you want to be on the edge of your seats, if you want to open up your heart, if you want to expand your mind, and you want to meet incredible people, stay tuned because you're just about to experience a transformative radio show that will change your life. And you're listening to the Dr. Pat Show that's coming up right next.
The following audio is via a Skype call.
Welcome to the Dr. Pat Show. Talk radio to thrive by. Powerful, inspiring, and coming to you live, bringing you stories of people like you and me busting through and living life full out. Get ready to dare to wonder what your life would be like if you knew you could not fail. Hey, everybody, it's so cool. Yeah, indeed. I'm loving it. Get into it. Winning at the game of life. Yep, that's what we got going on here. Lynn Brown is in the house. I'm so thrilled to have her joining me here today as my co-host. Yeah, why is that? Because we have got something going on. Are you ready for this, everybody? Money games. Money games. Who's winning and who's not? I love we are taking this on. Yeah, if you don't think that what's going on with money is a game, boy, I'm telling you, you got to just look around and see what be happening in the world, how it's showing up. And if it is a game, then how do you learn how to get into it? How do you figure out that it's more about winning at the game of life than it is winning at your bank teller's bank telling line? So, this is really going to be so cool. Who is Lynn Brown? Well, first of all, let me tell you that she has worked with many of you listening to the show, but she is someone that has created Get Into It, Winning at the Game of Life, and also now has created Full Spectrum Living, Full Spectrum Finance. You're going to hear a lot more about this, but she's also somebody, she works with individuals, teams, groups. She helps folks look at their lives and say, wait a minute, do you want to actually be in the winning side of the spreadsheet here with this? Or do you still want to keep going on same old, same old? Whether it's you've got an ailment in your body, you've got an increase that you want to happen in your romantic life. Is there something you desire that is just not showing up for you now? Whatever that is, that's what she does and works with people. And how does she do it? That's why Get Into It is created, because whether you're working with her from an energy point of view, from an intuitive point of view, whatever that is, you know that when she's talking about abundance, she's talking about abundance through energy and does a fabulous workshop on that. So here she is, whether you know her from sitting down and looking at your money and your finances, of whether or not you've worked with her on corporate business, intuition, and vision, energy work, aura healings, this is Lynn M. Brown. And by the way, that's her new website, Lynn M. Brown. Get ready for this show today. Yep, money games. Lynn, great to have you here. I love this. Money games. Ouch.
Yeah. Do I dare call it a game? Oh my gosh. Yes. I do. And I am excited to play in it, and I'm excited to help others figure out that game as well.
Yeah. So tell us what about this show today, Money Games. You know, what are we saying about this? And so we say sometimes, and I know we've said this a lot, listen, what you don't know is not going to hurt you, right? We say that. You know, you're better off not knowing about it. I don't really know if that is true. I'm a little bit torn. You know, there are some things I think about that, yeah, I was better off not knowing that at the time. But I don't know that that works for money.
No, I don't think so. You know, I think that there's, again, going back to the game, there's a lot of rules of the game that we don't know. And I think that people who put on the game, if we're playing a board game, it'd be kind of hard to play the game if we didn't know the rules, we didn't know the boundaries, we didn't know where the bumpers were, we didn't know where the pitfalls were. And I think intentionally sometimes with the game of money, we're not given those rules and those bumpers and where the pitfalls are and how to get the bonus, how to get the bonus round.
Yeah.
And I think that when it comes to money, because I think that money is one of the most feared topics on the planet. I'm saying that from three perspectives. Today, okay, Pat, today I'm wearing 3 hats. And I think this is I have a unique vantage point for this show. And by show, I mean what's happening on the planet.
Yeah.
I sit and I listen to stuff and I try to hear it from a regular person's perspective. If I'm driving down the street, what are the headlines saying? What is the news saying? What is it telling us? So I'm hearing it because I want to hear what everybody else is hearing to try to get a feel of the perspective that everybody else is seeing from, hearing from. Yeah. Well, I also have another hat that I'm putting on and watching through, and that's from a financial professional, a financial expert, who's living and breathing in this money game. And we have a different set of rules. We get different information. We hear things differently. We see things differently. The words are different. And then the third perspective, which I think is really fun, is my intuitive perspective, because I'm not just intuitive. My role, I know this, my role on the planet is to help change this money system and this money game, right? So energetically, this is something I've been working on. Yeah. For 1 or 2 years now, specifically that I can recall. I'm sure I was doing it before that, but anyways, so today's show is I really get to walk people through and talk about some of these headlines from all 3 perspectives. Yeah, because there's a lot of crazy going on.
There is a lot of crazy. So let's talk about some of it, from the headlines for a minute, because I don't think we're all oblivious to it. I think that we hear it, we see it, we want to believe it, and then we don't want to believe it because we have indicators we're looking at, and all the indicators look good, so let's not pay any attention to it at the moment. But I'm telling you, Lynn, when I'm sitting there, sometimes late at night, rather early in the morning, and, it's because my brain is going, innovatively, and I got the TV on in the background, and we got an infomercial on TV about buying gold, I'm saying we got something going on with money. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, man. I mean, I don't even know where to start. You have to start me. You have to start me at a spot.
Well, I think about it. An infomercial on TV about gold.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a whole campaign. You know what infomercials are, right?
Yeah.
Infomercial. What's the most phenomenal infomercial we know of our time? The NutriBullet. Everybody knows that.
Sure.
So this is not about drinking a green shake. This is about drinking a gold shake.
Right.
That's what that little thing was on there on TV. And people are like, dude, maybe I got to dial this number. What? What? But we're hearing that over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
About it. And, I think for you, in sharing this, intuitively, I know that you're plugged in and you're saying, wait a minute, I think we've got to rethink some things here, don't we?
Absolutely.
Right. So, from that point of view, when you're getting sold a bag of gold on the TV, you got to be figuring out that maybe we're playing Monopoly here.
Yeah. I actually, the topic of gold is probably one of the most near and dear to my heart.
Yeah.
And my life.
Yeah.
So let's go down this road, because if you think about it, historically, gold and silver, and I'll call them the monetary metals, not precious metals, although I think they're very precious. But historically, they've been around since the beginning of time. So they are solid.
Everybody recognizes them.
Everybody recognizes, yeah.
I mean, all you got to do is watch any kind of, the Return of the Mummy pop culture, and there are more gold in portrayals of Egypt than anywhere on the planet that I can think of.
Yeah. We're I think in the U.S., here's my thing. Here's my thing. And I, as a financial advisor, I'm swimming upstream here when I say this. So everybody acknowledge that, please. As a financial professional, a financial advisor, I'm going against the grain here when I'm about to say this. In the past or in the culture, if a client says, hey, I want gold and silver, what the financial people in the financial world responds, or how they respond is, well, if you want gold and silver, that means you think the world is ending. Okay? That means the world is ending. And the world obviously is not ending, so why would you want gold and silver? Second thing, you shouldn't have gold and silver in your hands. You should get gold and silver on the market, right? On the stock market. So there's this push back to, well, no, you don't want the precious metals in your hand. You want to get it on the market, right? On this market exchange platform. And to be honest, I'm not saying that. I'm telling my clients something different.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm telling my clients that you want that gold and silver in your hands. There's a couple reasons why, and it's not because the world's ending. See, here's the thing. Here's the change in the story. It's not because the world is ending. It's because I know this is where the puck's going. So why wouldn't you want to be where the puck's going, right? There's a whole change in the game that's happening right now, globally, in the U.S. But I think the people of the U.S. are behind the 8 ball on this because of our mainstream news and our mainstream media. It just we're not. Other countries know this. Other countries are buying up hard metals by the hundreds of thousands of tons. We're just behind on this because we love the stock market and we're told that the stock market is good. And guess what? We're being shown every day that the stock market's going up. We'll get to that. But I'm saying not as a reaction of fear, go to the metals because the world's ending, but the world's changing. We're going to a gold-backed currency. We're going back to a solid, precious metals-backed currency because spiritually, now I'm going to intertwine these together, so spiritually and energetically, the shift that's happening in the world and the shift that's happening in the monetary system is calling us back to true value. It's calling us back to balance. It's calling us back to our true power. And that's not just for us, that's also for the precious metals, okay? And the precious metals have been, basically hidden, right? They've been hidden, they've been, it's like somebody put them in the ground and hid them. And so it's like suppressing. It's suppressing not only the monetary value so that the physical fiat dollar could appear bigger and stronger, but it was suppressing the literal power of these precious metals. So the literal power, the literal vibration of gold and silver and platinum, and it's shifting, right? We as people, we as the economy, we as a planet are saying, no, we need to bring this back up and surface this. And anything that is not backed by true power and transparency needs to shift. It needs to go away. So that's why. So the precious metals and the gold and silver are rising, right? They're like the phoenix rising right now, and I think it's phenomenal. I've been talking about this for about a year from the energetic side, right? Because that's what I was working on was the energetic financial systems. But if you take any building, it starts with a blueprint, right? And so the energy is the blueprint first, and then it comes into the physical world. So I know that was a lot, but gold and silver are emerging in more ways than one. And I just have to say this, again, I'm swimming upstream here because I'm a financial professional, but the Deutsche Bank of Germany in Germany. I don't know if anybody how many people know this, but the banks are in real trouble over in Europe. But specifically, the Deutsche Bank was caught and admitted to manipulating the currency markets, manipulating gold and silver and holding it down. And so then, since they got caught, they started throwing other banks under the bus. So do you see the game we're playing?
Yeah, I got it.
We're playing a game. Yeah,
a game.
We're playing a game.
Yeah.
With our American dollar, that we were just told. We were literally just told there are banks manipulating, holding down the gold and silver. So when I talk energetically about them reclaiming their value, that means they're undervalued.
Oh yeah. Let's take a short break. When we come back, we got somebody, Christine's just calling into the show. We're going to bring her on, going to chime into the conversation. We've got much more to talk with Lynn about today's show. Get into it, winning at the game of life. My Lynn Brown joining me here today. Guess what? Money games. Who's winning and who's not? Yeah, so much so. We are such in a money game that having just regular crowdfunding was not even enough. Now we got to come up with this crowdfunding 2.0 thing with some kind of computer code. OMG. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Tune in to The Michael Shane Show, the third Tuesday of each month at 11 a.m. Pacific on TransformationTalkRadio.com and connect with the ascended beings to raise your vibration and manifest the life you desire. Get ready to receive healing through the transphysical mediumship of Reverend Michael Shane and the Masters. Visit MichaelShane.com. That's MyChael, Shane.com, and call 425-971-6632 to schedule your full healing session now. Hey everyone, meet my friends at the maca team. The ancient Inca root vegetable maca is known worldwide for its huge array of health benefits. As a family-run company of true maca specialists, the maca team is here to bring you the best maca the Peruvian mountains has to offer. Yellow maca, used to promote endurance, vitality, fertility, hormone health, and much more, is on sale now. I love it. Visit themacateam.com to order yours now. Themacateam.com.
Are you searching? Looking for a sign? A message you need to hear? From the great unknown, from the most mysterious place that is the most familiar to your soul in the depths of who you are. The universe put someone here to talk to, someone God gave a blessing to, that you may find insight with. TheAngelLady.net. 1-800-323-1790.
Chris Stanis is a spiritual leader and healer and teaches a course on how you can transform your life through a meditation and healing system that will manifest your spirit's dreams. She manifested the Women of Wisdom Conference, the Women of Wisdom book, and this radio show. And she can show you how to change your life too. Are you ready? Visit the website and contact her at voicesofwomentoday.com. That's voicesofwomentoday.com.
There are so many resources out there for meditation. But did you know that Atana's Heart Earth Healing Meditation is available for you for free? Yes, that's right. You can receive this free healing meditation today from Atana Vidili. All you need to do is visit his website, atanamethod.com. That's ATAANA method.com, and sign up. You will receive your free meditation instantly. That's atanamethod.com.
Are you ready for a game changer? Sarah Westall is bringing you Business Game Changers Radio. Sarah brings you leading experts, visionaries, and newsmakers who provide the best commentary on big issues and cutting-edge innovations. Sarah's 20 years as a business executive will help you think like an entrepreneur with expertise, energy, and attitude. Tune in to Business Game Changers Mondays at noon Pacific, 3 Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com.
Yeah, everybody, welcome back. Oh my gosh, that song. I'm not even going to mention what that makes me think about. Hey, everybody, welcome back. Lynn Brown is in the house. Lynn, before we go ahead and bring Christine on, I want to just ask you if you would please tell people, first of all, how they can find out more about you. And then, you know what? You got upcoming events. Also, tell us about your Facebook page, ABCD, and all of the above.
Sure. My new website is lynnmbrown.com. And actually, Facebook is Rawness of Life, and that has all of my current events there, as well as, just kind of breaking news of what I think energetically and physically and mentally around all this money movement and money change and, our raising to our higher consciousness. And I wanted to also state that I have posted quite a few videos now that I think listeners will be really interested in on my YouTube channel, and that's just Full Spectrum Living. So if you think about Full Spectrum Finance, is what we're really talking about right now, Full Spectrum Living is the YouTube channel, and I talk about some pretty exciting stuff on there. I'm recording a documentary, so when I say stuff that I think, oh my gosh, people need to know this needs to be out there for the masses, that's what I'm posting up there. I'm talking about the new, what I see, a new exchange system, like a new stock exchange system formulating energetically, stuff like that I, am a part of. So my events, again, are posted on my website as well as my Facebook page.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. We're ready for the phones, Mr. Benny.
Christine from Seattle, welcome to the show.
Hey, Christine, welcome to the show.
Hey, welcome to my world, too. Hey, I just wanted to say, great job, great guest, and I couldn't agree more on what she's talking about as far as the shift of value. I think value is the operative word.
Mm-hmm.
I worked in financial services for 8 years. I did refinances, investments. I have my Series 6 and 63. And the deal is that every time I would sit down with families pre-2008 and say, what are you earning on your 401k? They'd say, they contribute 5%. No one knew what they were earning, and no one knew where the money was going. And today, if you told someone, just throw your money into the stock market, don't look at where it's going. Don't look at what's happening with it. Don't look at where the money trail is happening. They would think you were crazy, and that's exactly what was happening during that time. People just were not aware, and that has shifted drastically. People don't know exactly what they need to do right now, but they know that they have to do something different. So I think the world is ending. I think the world of ignorance around money and value is ending.
Yeah.
And I think that as we return to how we value our lives and how we value our time, because I always say time is not money, but it takes your time, it takes your life to create the money, to create the quality of life that you want. And so I think that as we shift into this idea of how we value ourselves, it's going to become brighter and brighter. The light's going to become brighter and brighter around how to reveal how we do the value of our currency, our money. In the 60s, 3% of your income went to debt, expenses, things like that, and everything was covered. As of 2008, or actually prior to 2008, about 2005, it was 125% of your income that went to debt and expenses. And so where's that other 25% coming from? Well, it's coming from a credit card that has a 36% return for some companies, or a 32, or even a 19. Some people, it's only a 10%. But the problem with that is that when you take the accounting rule of 72, which is you take the amount that you're earning or that you're paying, that you're actually in debt with on your money. So let's say you're paying 12% on a credit card. It's going to take you 6 years for that debt to double, just like it's going to take you 6 years for that debt, for that amount of money, if you invested it, to double. Mm-hmm. And so there's just all this misconception around money and value. And as money changed from money to currency, back when the gold standard fell from our money more, I think the idea was pervasive that the more money, the more paper you had, the better off you were. Well, my house, I bought it for $70,000. Now it's worth $350,000. Well, sure, but where are you going to move? right?
Exactly. Right.
So those are some of the things that I've noticed, and I love the topic because I think as people become more aware of what their value is and what the value they bring to the planet, it's just de facto that we're going to start reevaluating what the value of what we create is and how we're going to trade that.
Yeah. Lynn, what do you got to say about that?
I think she has some really good points, obviously some really good statistics. And, one of the topics that I was going to talk about today is, she touched on is how are we, bringing in, let's say $100, but spending $125? Well, it's leverage. And I say the word leverage because it is debt, but the example is this is part of the game that we've been shown, right? Our government is doing this. Our banks are doing this. And so we're modeling this system that's being given to us. And if it's not of high consciousness, if it's not serving the planet, it has to change. And there are changes happening in the system right now, and it's phenomenal. Because again, I've been talking about this. I've been saying, okay, well, how is this going to surface into reality? But now I'm seeing it. The government's being called out. We can't raise the interest rates. It's so funny. They keep on pumping money. They keep on printing money to prop the stock market up, and then they keep on saying on the news, "Oh, look at the stock market's healthy and our recovery is good," but it's not. It's a fake. It's a fake good, and it's a fake good. It's not real, and energetically we have to return to real and transparent. And we are demanding as a collective consciousness, as our collective consciousness rises, we are demanding a physical representation of our higher consciousness to live on. And that's what's happening.
I think there's a lot of conversation that we're having about money today, today's show in particular. What we're talking about here, money games, who's winning and who's not. And, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to talk about, what are we looking at here? What does this mean when we say interest rates are rising? But more importantly, what just happened over in the UK? What is that? Does the average American even know what that means? And does it really have an impact on us? Mm-hmm. Well, here's something else to think about in the money game. Why is it that we're hearing about trade agreements, no trade agreements, let's have trade agreements, no trade agreements? Why is this now out of the blue? We've never heard the conversation before. What does this mean? And it even has an acronym. Stay tuned, everybody. We'll be right back.
There was a Joe leaning on the back door. A couple Jills that had their eyes on a couple bills, and the eyes were stating they was waiting to get their hands on some easy money.
The Doctor is in. Tune in to the hit show, The Psychic Love Doctor, with host Deborah Lee. Deborah's life-affirming, highly perceptive reading method has taught Deborah how to zero in on specific problems with relationships, career pursuits, and current roadblocks to success and happiness. Join Deborah Fridays at 2 p.m. Pacific, and for a special broadcast the second Thursday of every month at 11 a.m. Pacific on TransformationTalkRadio.com.
Wow. Hey, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the Dr. Pat Show. This is Talk Radio to Thrive By. I'm telling you, I got to pinch myself some days, because when each of us gets called to do something that we so not thought was in our wheelhouse to do for a purpose that's so much greater than us, we get to show up and shine.
If you would like to show up and shine on the Dr. Pat Show as a co-host or sponsor, Send us an email to inspire@thedrpatshow.com.
Tune in to Lucid Planet Radio with Dr. Kelly Neff. This hit show will illuminate your senses and empower you beyond your daily stressors and hardships. Renowned psychologist and author Dr. Kelly will captivate you with far-reaching topics and amazing guests as you wake to the greatest version of yourself. Learn to tap into your intuitions, think critically about our world, heal emotional and psychological wounds, and follow your passions to live your dreams. The Lucid Planet. Welcome home. Visit lucidplanetradio.com for more information.
Are you anxious, worried, or insecure? Hi, I'm Dr. Friedman Schaub. I'm the author of The Fear and Anxiety Solution. Join me for my next breakthrough video seminar, which starts on September 10th. This program has helped thousands of people worldwide to overcome their struggles with anxiety, and I'm certain it can also help you. If you're ready to be free again and have a stronger foundation of inner peace and confidence, visit thefearandanxietysolution.com.
Get ready to experience Truth Talk Radio with host Deb Acker. Tune in to Truth Talk Radio each Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific on TransformationTalkRadio.com to illuminate the truth in your daily life as you experience life, love, and abundance from a whole new perspective. This hit show will leave you feeling lighter and bring you into a place of infinite possibilities every day in every way. Visit TruthTalkRadioshow.com for upcoming transformative topics and guests.
Do you want to achieve your goals? Do you want to strengthen relationships with others? Do you want to improve your financial status? Colette Marie Steffen is partnering with Mark Kettenbach to bring you an energetic upgrade online experience. Unfold and develop your full potential. Visit energeticupgrade.com today for more information. That's energeticupgrade.com.
Shoulder strap, she couldn't speak. Her knees got weak. Oh, she could almost taste it. Easy money.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Lynn Brown is in the house. Yeah, we're talking about money games. You know, what are some of the parts of this that we are juggling? What do we think we're playing? And, you know, what is really going on here? And then we're going to talk about, you know, Brexit. What is that? What is that term that everybody was talking about? Now we're not talking about it anymore. Lynn, thank you for doing this show today. You know, we started to talk about what the 3 money games are that we're juggling, right?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we should touch upon that before we dive into this other conversation.
Definitely.
Because I don't think we actually know we're playing the game.
No. I don't think we do. So that's one thing, is just awareness. So if we are playing on a board game, we would want to know what game we're playing. And so we're thinking we're playing a certain game with certain rules. And I feel like most of America plays the game, work hard, make money, work harder, make more money, hopefully, right? Barely crawling out of debt, or not really getting ahead very much. But and then the next game that we're playing is, we believe, because of the struggle and because of the stress and pressure put on us and our families, that there is lack in the world. So we're living into this game of lack. We're accepting this game of lack. We're resisting this game of lack. You know, I think we're thriving in lack. But we're also thriving in a lack of education. So now I'm going to switch the game to, you know, here's the game we think we're playing, and then here's the game we're really playing. What systems are setting the rules? You know, there's many unknown rules. There's manipulation. I just talked about. The Deutsche Bank admitted that they were manipulating and controlling the gold and silver. Can you believe this? It's real. So, you know, here's the truth coming out, and I just want the truth of all things to just hurry up and come out.
Yeah.
It's like major detox. The manipulation. Then there's no financial education. I can't believe that we don't have education in our schools around money. I mean, we deal with money every day. I feel like it's the biggest stress and the biggest pressure in our lives. It's the biggest component for us to heal in our lives. I mean, money is in our face all the time. Decisions about money, what we're going to pass on, what beliefs around money, and is not educated about. So I believe that is the money game, we think we're playing, is we're not being educated about it. I think that we're being held back the education on it. Second, another part of that is, what are these terms that nobody can understand? IRA, RMD. It's funny. I had my niece came in just last week to my financial planning practice, and she shadowed me. And she sat in a couple meetings, and so after the meeting, I say, so what have you learned so far, or what do you think? And she goes, I think you need to create a video on all the acronyms.
Yeah.
She goes, I
totally.
don't think I've ever heard so many acronyms, and I do not know what you're talking about, and I don't think that anybody could understand what you're talking about. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's really good insight, because it's actually, as a financial professional, I feel I do a really, really good job of breaking down the crazy, scary, big terminology into terms that everybody can understand. So I'm a big advocate of education, right? So that's just built into who I am as a financial professional and teacher and coach. But it's like, no kidding. How can you play this game if we cannot even understand the language? But I think it's rigged. I think it's rigged to be that difficult, actually. That way, when we see a headline, we're just like, oh, okay, whatever they said, it must be true, because I don't have a clue what they're talking about. So there's the game we're really playing. And then to shine some light at the end of the tunnel, which is my whole point of my show today, is the one we will be playing and the one we're moving to, which is new currency systems. It's balance of prosperity. There is not lack. It's going to be a balance of prosperity. There are new exchanges. I've seen it intuitively, and maybe today we'll get to talk about it a little bit. If not, it's on my YouTube channel. New exchanges that support all the planetary systems, money structures that interweave our life, yet support the planet and animals and people on the planet. It's really fascinating to look forward to. So with these changes, I get excited, that these changes are surfacing. Now, what change? How about Brexit?
Yeah.
How about, this is what you're talking about, Britain leaving the EU?
Yeah.
So we're being told one thing on the headlines. Well, what I saw was people didn't think they would really leave. They did leave. A bunch of people in the stock market, and including money managers and big money people, didn't think they were going to leave. So they were betting, leveraging money against it. So if you saw the stock market a couple days after, like 4 or 5 days after, the market was plummeting, and especially banks. But why did it miraculously turn around? I'll tell you why. And this was just posted in an article that I saw yesterday, that the G20, this group of the 20 most powerful countries, agreed that the central banks within their countries would prop up the market and not let it go down. So they're printing more money. They're infusing more money into the markets. They said, we're going to get in there. We're going to stop the true market value from leaving. But on an energetic level, what this shows me is that Britain is claiming its decision-making back. It's claiming its value back. It doesn't want to be a part of the, I'm going to say, quote, establishment anymore. It doesn't want to play this game because it realized it's in a game of being manipulated and told what to do. The trade agreements, the economic agreements that the EU controls, and how it's tied to the U.S. is pretty phenomenal. So I was wondering why the bank systems over here aren't going down. Well, it's because we're printing more money too. We're literally, and they're even saying it. But they're even saying it that we are going to do whatever it takes, take any measures possible or that are needed to make sure this economy does not collapse.
Yeah. I mean, isn't that, I love this because the word that comes to mind is organic. And what I mean by organic is that there are processes that operate in the universe and laws in the universe, as we talk about energetically, where when they happen, they're self-aligning.
Yeah.
And, it's really interesting that what happens when we actually get out of the way, how does life take on new meaning? How does it take on a new perspective? And I think that's really all of us. We're kind of like, we went to fear, right? We had people resigning, prime ministers resigning. And as a result of the prime minister resigning, we had a very interesting result as a result of that devastating resignation. And it wasn't all that bad. But yet here we are sitting and talking about it. And most people don't know what Brexit means. Why? Because we're sitting here in the world and in the country, and millions of people are figuring out how to make ends meet. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, what does this new financial platform look like? How can we become part of it? And then how does the future money platform get established where all are set to win? Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Get into it for 2016. Do you want more prosperity, clarity, energy, and balance in your life? Join Lynn Brown now for one of her amazing workshops, each focusing on a key part of living your best life. For more information and to register for one of these amazing workshops, visit lynnbrownevent.com. That's lynnbrownevent.com. And get into it this 2016 with Lynn Brown.
Tune in to The Jen Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, each Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com. This amazing show is an inspirational hour that will take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jen is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Call in for intuitive readings and visit jenroyster.com for more information.
What is a brilliant culture? And how do we create them? Why are they important? Claudette Rowley has created a breakthrough 5-step process to help you design a culture that is authentic, innovative, and successful. Learn how to create change with Cultural Brilliance Radio, the DNA of organizational excellence, and Claudette Rowley. To learn more or work with Claudette, visit ClaudetteRowley.com.
On the cutting edge of the new mainstream, Christine Upchurch is passionate about bringing together science, psychology, and spirituality in a way that can be applied to our everyday lives for true transformation. The Christine Upchurch Show, stellar conversations to illuminate your journey, engages some of the most outstanding visionaries on the planet in lively dialogue to inspire you to become that bright light you're meant to be. Join Christine every Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific Time on KKNW, AM 1150, and Transformation Talk Radio.
Are you tired of being tired? Hi, I'm Mary Jane Mack. Did you know the adrenal glands, the workhorse of the body? They are the means by which you position yourself in life for whatever comes your way. Tiny but mighty, producing hormones the body uses to promote energy and vitality. These adrenals determine how you respond to stress, and when depleted, the body loses its ability to function powerfully when we need it most. The much-needed adrenaline or epinephrine is not available for emergency situations. Cortisone and cortisol, the longer-acting anti-stress adrenal hormones, can also become depleted due to the pace of our everyday lives. We overwork, and undernutrition, our most powerful ally that helps us to live the lives we desire. We are able to determine the optimum function of the adrenals and put your system back in balance. Contact us today to feel powerfully energized at 888-777-4232 or visit us at maryjanemack.com.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. It's so great to have all of you tuning us in, turning us on. Lynn, give out your website again, because I want to make sure people not only have your website, but first of all, there is an option for people to work with you directly, which I think is important, as well as let folks know about your YouTube channel and how you can find out more.
Yeah, reach out to me through lynnmbrown.com. I have lots of great stuff there. Some of the past shows were really talking about the consciousness of money and what's emerging. Full Spectrum Finance page is being created there. Links to my YouTube. My YouTube channel is Full Spectrum Living. think there's some fascinating stuff there. Even I watch it sometimes and say, whoa, did that just come out of my mouth? You know, because I'm channeling a lot of this stuff. And it's amazing. And what else? I have some meditation classes monthly, but yeah, you can reach out to me personally at Lynn at the letter R, the letter U, intuit.com. We could talk about finance. We could talk about healing, you know, whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah, I love it. And you do individual work. You work with organizations. You know, there's such a wide range. Oh, let me say it, a full spectrum of things that you do.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, my God, so cool. All right, let's talk about this now, you know, as we look at the future and what the new financial platform, you know, is going to bring forth, right? You know, this idea of all are set up to win. Talk about that.
Yeah, well, I had a nice conversation with the consciousness of money at the park the other day, because you know I'm been guided and I'm bringing forth a new financial planning platform, which is geared to help everybody win. Right? It's a new way I believe that we will be learning in the future, not just about finance, but I think we'll be learning about all things, about health, about just everything through this method. And it's a unique platform. It's a one of a kind. I'm creating it from scratch, and it was designed to fully engage people in the mental, the physical, and the energetic aspects of finance or money. And that's critical that all three pieces are being engaged in. This is full spectrum finance, right? Yeah. It is designed to empower you with wisdom, because I think a lot of the fear comes from not knowing, right? So we want to educate people. So empowering you with wisdom.
Yeah.
So the fear is dissipated and we're healing and the planet's healing. We're going to heal and expand your energy around abundance and prosperity by literally engaging you in energy tools around abundance, clearing out your money blueprint, healing a lot of the stories of lack that we carry. I mean, these are hands-on. You have to participate in it. Energetic aspect of money. And then finally, engage you in implementing a custom savings and investment strategy which propels you towards your financial goals and your life goals, right? Because so I again, these are three legs of a stool that are equally all needed and critical. So full spectrum finance, this is what we're doing. Now, let me take that a step further. And, you know, as I'm guided further and further down this path of creation, I was given a little bit more clarity that the people who engage in this process with me are really working towards participating in uplifting consciousness around money, right? This isn't just a game of how much money can we accumulate. This is a higher thing. This is abundance for all. This is prosperity for all. This is uplifting the consciousness of all around prosperity. So with that in mind, the investments, the clarity I got was the investments needed to be around things that are physical, like the precious metals, the monetary metals, things that are solid, but plus only companies which have, which are socially conscious. You know, and then my question, of course, back to my higher self is, well, there's some, socially conscious companies on the stock market already.
Yeah.
And it's too vague for me at this point. It's just it's not clear. Because they can manipulate us. They can say, yeah, we're socially conscious, but nobody really knows what that means. So I was given a little bit more clarity and shown this exchange platform where across the top, and I'm going to get pretty detailed here, across the top were the words planet, animals, and people. And it's this grid, right, like an Excel sheet. And on the left, the numbers 10, 20, and 30%. And so I was inquiring with my higher self, like, well, what does this really mean? And it was because the new exchange system in the future, or the new way that we can participate with money, is really partnering with money and the consciousness of money to uplift all. So you could go and you could say, okay, I want to invest in a company. So let's just use my company, for example, Full Spectrum Finance. You could look and you could see, does Full Spectrum Finance fall on this chart? Yeah, it does. It falls under people at 30%. Okay, well, what does that mean? It means that 30% of the profits that go to people participating in the full spectrum business, when they pay their fee or whatever to participate, 30% of it is going back to uplifting the planet. How? By the people. Well, I know specifically I've been guided to uplift the homeless because my mission is uplifting the collective consciousness around prosperity. So my funds and my foundation, my Full Spectrum Foundation, is going to go back into helping the people and helping the homeless. So you would be able to see on this platform all these companies who are literally donating and actively investing back into the planet and the planetary systems, the animal systems, the ecological systems, the waterways. So it's really neat. And money itself, consciousness of money, yes, I do talk to the consciousness of money. It showed me this picture. I said, so show me what is a system that you would like on the planet as we move into this higher consciousness. And it showed me this picture of weaving, from money down to the planet, people up down to the planet, up to animals down to the planet. So this weaving, like you're like you're stitching clothes together, right? So this exchange system, I mean, it gives me hope. I get excited about it because once I see it energetically, I know that the physical is not right behind it. Here's why I'm sharing that, because if we understood the power of our thoughts and the power of our energy, we could, everybody listening today, we could start to shift these energy blueprints of these new systems into the physical a lot faster. If we turn off the media and stop listening to their story and playing their money game, and we start collectively focusing on what we're really wanting to create, even if we don't quite believe it yet, what if we can just ponder it? What if we can just hold that image in our mind as a possibility? That's why I'm sharing that, because we really collectively need to get behind this movement of claiming truth, of claiming balance, of claiming prosperity back for the planet and all the people and all the living things on the planet. That's what this is about.
Wow. Lynn Brown, what a great conversation. Again, thank you for today. Tell people again how they can find out more about you and your personal message. What do you want to leave us with?
Again, Lynn M. Brown, just contact me. I'm creating this platform. It is brand new. It's a one of a kind. I'm treading new waters. So if there's anybody that wants to participate, if there's healers, if there's readers, if there's financial people, I don't know. I'm just kind of letting the universe guide me and bring to me the things that I need to create this for everybody. And so I'll just put that out there. I'll put that out to the universe. And, just my final message to people is try to replace the fear with hope if you can. Turn off the news or don't listen to the news. Don't listen to those headlines. Hook up with a financial professional. I'm a financial professional. Hook up with somebody who really knows what's going on. I think I have a unique, like I said, vantage point because I'm looking at things energetically also, which most financial professionals are not. But still, they know something's going on. So get some gold, get some silver. I can also help you with that. Just get prepared for some amazing, exciting change.
Yeah. And there's more to be revealed.
Yeah.
Much more to be revealed. It's all in a bigger conversation of where we put our energy and our focus. And, part of the conversation about how people are looking at money in general and what we're doing for our future. Thank you, Lynn. Great show.
Thank you.
Thank you all for tuning us in and turning us on. If you've missed any part of this will air again tonight on transformationtalkradio.com. I'm Dr. Pat. Thank you so much, you guys out there, for tuning us in and turning us on. We got lots more coming your way. We'll talk to you later.
Tides that I tried to swim against broke me down upon my knees. Oh, I beg begging, please, singing, come out of things unsaid, shoot an apple off my head, and a trouble that can be.
The preceding audio was via a Skype call.